Hello and welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. I know I said that the last home video demonstration I did was probably going to be the last, as I don't have many ideas up my sleeve. Well, I might have been wrong about that, because there might be at least one or two ideas we can utilize. And for today's demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use both VHS rewinders, and this thing is a little dusty and dirty, and a beta rewinder. And what did these things exactly do? Well, when you were done with your beta tape or your VHS tape, you put them in the machines, it would rewind them back to the beginning, and voila, all done. Of course, you could also do those in their respective VCRs as well, but it's actually recommended that you use rewinders for tapes instead, considering the fact that it won't wear down the playhead as much in your VCRs if you don't rewind them from end to beginning. So we have two tapes here, and we're about at the end with the both of them, so why not just give a little demonstration? So it's pretty easy. You just slot them in there like that. You want them facing up like that. Don't put them in backwards, right? And we're going to put them both down at the same time and see just who can get to the end quicker. Oh, shucks. Now they're both going. Now, chances are for this VHS one right here, I am probably going to have to, press down on it or restart it at some point. For whatever reason, the motor in this one is getting pretty bad. So I'm going to have to find a replacement one for it. I actually did have a replacement VHS rewinder that could actually go backwards and forwards. But that thing always made a loud, funny noise, and that one had worse motor issues than this one ever did. So I ended up having to toss it, unfortunately. There just wasn't any going back with that motor, and I think this one's on its way out the door as well. Sorry for stuttering. As you can see, we're making pretty good progress so far. I'm just happy I don't have to touch or meddle or deal anything with this VHS rewinder at the moment. You can typically find stuff like these, maybe not so much for beta, but you can typically find rewinders like these at, your local Goodwill or thrift store of that nature. They're pretty easy to find. Beta, this one, I'm honestly surprised I did get at a decent price on eBay. I got it for like $20, and it does work. A lot of them will ask for like $40 or more, or even some of them offer like hundreds of dollars for these rewinders, since they weren't as common as VHS. Of course, I would not ever pay that much, especially right now in the financial condition I'm in, for any one of those rewinders. So I'm very, very lucky I even found that at a decent price. And it looks like it's still going, so that's good to me. I have a feeling this beta one should be about done soon, I would think. But yeah, that's pretty much VHS and beta tape reminder. Ooh, it's done! Yeah, how funny. The one I put in last is the one that gets done first. How ironic. But anyway, as I was saying, these beta and VHS tape rewinders, they're pretty simplistic in a nutshell. All you got to do is put them in the right way, and it'll rewind your tape from the end to the start. So there's not much you have to do in terms of using these, thankfully. So there's our beta tape. It's all done right back at the beginning. And we didn't even have to use the player, too. Which is good, because I'm very protective of my Super Beta model, and I'd hate for anything to happen to it right now. And I prefer to keep it for as long as I possibly can. So, yeah. I'm also not sure if this is like a lower end model or one that was just more cheaply made. Maybe that's why it's just shorting out quicker than it should be. My grandpa found this apparently at, I think it was a yard sale or something somewhere, and that's how I ended up getting it, because I never had one of these rewinders, and there's a whole bunch of tapes that need rewound. And our Emerson VCRs, which I don't recommend ever getting, because Emerson is a crap brand when it comes to VCRs. They're made very, very, very cheaply. Okay, it's making a funny noise, so should be about done soon. But anyway, instead of having to rewind tapes in the cheap VCR, which I didn't trust, he just happened to find this for me. And we're done. Who knows? Maybe for Christmas I'll manage to get another one of those, but we'll see. But hey, VHS and beta rewinders in a nutshell. They're pretty easy to use. And if you need to rewind those tapes, then at least you got something. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in to the 20th Century Dude. Hope to catch you on the fly. See you later. Be kind and rewind.